morning. My name is Martin Wagner, W-A-G-N-E-R. I am the Managing Attorney for International Programs at Earthjustice, a public interest law firm dedicated to protecting the right of a healthy environment for all people. Earthjustice is headquartered in San Francisco with offices in 9 states and the District of Columbia. The Clean Power Plan provides for the first ever limits on the United States' largest stationary source emitters of the carbon pollution that is driving climate change. The plan is important to U.S. and international efforts to stop climate change, and Earthjustice strongly opposes EPA's proposal to repeal it. Californians understand the need to address climate change. Last summer was the warmest in recorded history in our state. The devastating wildfires we experienced last fall were worsened by 2 effects associated with climate change: extreme drought and extreme heat. The fires burned 1.3 million acres, twice the size of the entire state of Rhode Island. They killed people, destroyed homes, and inflicted other grievous harms on California families, agriculture, and tourism. When heavy rains fell on areas the fires had stripped of vegetation, deadly and disastrous mudslides resulted. These extreme events show that climate change is here, and it is now. This is why we need the Clean Power Plan. California and other states and communities are working hard to cut carbon emissions and transition the United States to a clean energy future that is better for our climate and better for our economy. But we need EPA to do its job as well. Every state in the nation, not just some, must make its fair share of carbon cuts. And that won't happen without EPA's leadership. Repealing the Clean Power Plan would be a failure of leadership. The Clean Power Plan is also key to securing reductions in carbon pollution from other nations. Climate change will only be solved through broad international cooperation, and given the United States' large emissions and position in the world community, we must not shirk our responsibility. The plan expresses our national commitment to be a leader among nations in addressing climate change. It shows that we are finally serious about controlling our emissions, and that we have the political will and legal authority to act. And strong U.S. action encourages other countries to take increasingly ambitious actions of their own to reduce emissions. Repealing the Clean Power Plan would undermine U.S. leadership and hamper cooperative international efforts. As former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright and former Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta stated in a court brief, quote, U.S. efforts to curb carbon emissions and lead a global battle against rising temperatures are of critical importance to American foreign policy and national security. The successful implementation of the Clean Power Plan is central to these efforts. For these reasons, Earthjustice strongly opposes repealing the Clean Power Plan. The consequences of failing to act are dire and are harming communities in California, across the country, and around the world today. It will get worse, much worse, if we don't act now. Thank you.
Speakers should seat. Morning, my name is, actually I'm going to try this podium.